Kia ora everyone. We are very conscious that this is quite an anxious time for many people. We will have customers who are really concerned about their financial stability and welfare, and the likely impact that you may also be feeling that will have on your business going forward in terms of your existing customers and cancellations, and how it may impact the sales that you've got in the pipeline, either because of change to underwriter rules or because customers just delay making decisions. So the purpose of this little short video is to put together a few ideas that might help you plan to mitigate some of the potential impacts. Firstly, of course, I would hope that one of the key things you've done is implemented all the recommended hygiene programs from the health department, ensuring that you and your staff are doing all the right things to minimise the risk that you expose each other to COVID-19 and your customers. One of my observations around bigger organisations is that they're putting in place planning days where everybody from the office works from home to ensure that all the systems work, that everybody can access the filing system or the online filing systems and communicate with customers, so that if in fact your business is required to self-isolate, it's a seamless transition from the office to your home environment. Jacinda Ardern made an interesting comment on national radio on Monday morning about the purpose of social distancing, something I didn't really understand. And that is in relation to the purpose of the 1 to 1.5 metre is that is the distance at which spit can travel. And spit is one of the key mechanisms, body fluids, of transferring COVID-19. So if we're having a conversation with someone and we keep that distance, it minimises the chance that spit is transmuted between those two parties. You may find at the moment that clients are starting to raise concerns about their financial security. People who are afraid of losing their jobs, or people who have small businesses that are starting to experience severe downturns. We know in these types of cycles that although part of the logic of something like this is it's a time when you may most need insurance, that the reality is for many people that their priority will be being able to pay their mortgage and be able to feed their family and pay their basic bills. And insurance becomes one of those items that they consider cancelling or downsizing. So my advice to you is to start preparing in advance for that and thinking about what you can say or communicate to customers that help them make wise decisions about what they do with their insurance portfolio if they're forced to make cuts. You should also know and understand what the policy rules are, and if necessary, talk to your insurance partners to find out what options you can offer customers who need to stop paying premiums to take suspension of premium payment or payment holidays. But also do understand what the impact of this is at the end of that period of time and whether or not the customer is going to have the capacity to catch up those missed premiums. Customers will probably be thinking about how they can cut costs. And some of the things that you would want to be thinking about in relation to their portfolios are what you can do for things like extending wait periods, increasing excesses on policies, reducing benefit levels so that they maintain at least a minimum baseline of cover. As we know, if they cancel policies and then at some point have to reapply, any pre-existing conditions may become problems for them under new policies which they're covered for today. Keep abreast of what the underwriters and the insurers are telling us about how to communicate with clients. There are some great sites being created by the insurers that we can direct our clients to make sure that they know what they can do. In respect of your sales pipeline, as much as our logic will tell us we want to say to customers, now's the most important time ever to buy insurance, if the pressure is on them financially, they're probably going to stall that decision. If you're working in small business space, then one of my areas of advice to you would be to identify the market segments that are actually not being impacted by COVID-19. In fact, may well even be seeing growth, and thinking about marketing strategies as to how you could communicate with them. Also start planning for your own business strategy in relation to thinking about how you would reduce your own business costs if you find that your commission or revenue levels are under pressure. It's a truly difficult and trying time, and it's very hard for any of us to understand when this cycle may finish. But what we must be able to do is to communicate with our clients and help them make really good decisions about something which we know is likely to be temporary in the scheme of the lifetime of things, and help them manage their way through as best as we can. Thank you.